Ahoy! I'm Doc and I make mouse calls. Hello and welcome to Mouse Calls. I'm Doc, and just as house calls are a doctor's visits to one's house, mouse calls are my visits to the mouse. They are Disney trips that I take basically whenever I get the chance to take care of my own mental well-being, to get away from my stressful day job, and to make some memories with my friends and family. This particular mouse call, we are coming to you from Disney's Yacht Club Resort. My parents and I are staying here for 3 nights, and it's our first time staying at this resort. We just circled the parking lot a couple of times and finally got a spot, and then we were greeted by the captain on our way into this beautiful lobby. This stay is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to explore the resort, do some recreation activities. We're going to take advantage of this really beautiful location right on Crescent Lake that's very close to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. And unbeknownst to my parents at this time, I have also rented us a cabana at Stormalong Bay. And I literally just got the text that our room is ready. So I'm going to go collect my parents and we'll go see the room. Hi everyone, Doc from the future here. I just wanted to disclose that this episode was actually shot in May of 2024, and it's taken me an entire year to get around to editing it. I don't think it's going to affect the content all that much, but I just figured I ought to let you know. Okay, back to past Doc. Let's go. All right, we're looking for room 2034. I want to say this is going to be a standard view. I think I got the cheapest room that I could. It's quite a trek back here. All right, I have my nautical compass magic band here. So right in the entryway, it looks like we've got the coffee maker situation and mini fridge. We've got the kind of standard Disney pocket door, or like, I guess it's not a pocket door, it's a sliding door to the bathroom. Decent bathroom here. Pretty simple, kind of clean, classy aesthetic. Got the toilet and shower and bath in here. There's really a decent amount of storage in this closet area. You've got your space for hanging longer stuff, and then like a space for hanging shirts, some shelves. You know, you got your 2 queen-size beds. Pretty standard. I do kind of like the cute little sort of nautical details in here. It's nice. Little porthole mirror. This distinguished looking desk. And then this is our standard view, which actually looks like we've got a view of one of the smaller pools. Now, of course, Disney's Yacht Club famously shares the biggest and best pool complex on property, Stormalong Bay, with its sister resort, the Beach Club. But looks like we've also got this sort of smaller, quiet pool over here, which is nice. Since we have our big Stormalong Bay day planned for tomorrow, I think maybe tonight this smaller, quieter pool might have our names on it. Now, with my annual pass holder discount, which was, I think for this room, it was really almost the full 35%, this room was about $400 a night. Yacht Club rooms will often run easily over $600 without any discounts. And really, you know, what you're paying for is the location, being right here on Crescent Lake. Your super easy walking distance to Epcot, technically also walking distance to Hollywood Studios, your easy walking distance to the boardwalk. It's a really choice location, especially if you are an Epcot person. So I'm really excited to take advantage of this location, although I think today specifically, we're probably gonna stick around the resort a little bit more. I am considering, though, a visit to the AbracadaBar at the boardwalk later tonight. I have never been there. I've heard mixed reviews. I gotta try it for myself. All right, we are settled into our room, and now Mom and I are hustling to Disney's Beach Club Resort, which is right across the way, to do one of the resort recreational activities they're offering today, which is make your own nautical necklace. And if it's anything like the design your own African bangles at Animal Kingdom Lodge, I am here for it. To be fair, we're not like 100% sure where we're going. No, I think we can go out this way. Well, isn't this lovely? All right, now to find the solarium. Okay, here it is. All right, we have our nautical bracelets. That was, it was very similar to the African bangle activity at Animal Kingdom Lodge, which I would probably rate the African bangle slightly higher, but this is, you know, very much the same kind of activity, so either one I would recommend. It's a lot of fun. I think it was, it was $10 a person. It was definitely a full hour of entertainment for us. And now we are going to endeavor to find the covered pathway between here and the Yacht Club, which I can only assume goes out this way. There's very much a downpour right now, a deluge, if you will. We made it back to the room, and now we're going to walk all the way back to the lobby for the Ale and Compass Lounge. In retrospect, we could have just texted Dad and asked him to meet us there. All right, we have ordered the famous Parker House rolls, which we fell in love with last time we were here. They come with citrus butter, bacon jam, and pub cheese. They are all delicious. The rolls themselves are excellent. So this is like a must-get if you're going to come here to the Ale and Compass restaurant or lounge. Our server told us that the move is to mix the bacon jam and the pub cheese, which I don't think we did last time, so this will be a treat. She was right. Mixing the bacon jam and the pub cheese is an excellent idea. I mean, we were already like big fans of these, but man, that's a good combination. We are also going to attempt to share these two items, which are the blue crab bisque, which looks delightful, and the Vermont bacon cheddar burger, which has, as you might guess, Vermont cheddar bacon, as well as some herbed mayonnaise, caramelized onions, and pretty robust lettuce situation here, as well as tomato. So this is more vertical than I was expecting, but we will figure out a way to share it. This is a totally satisfactory burger. I think, you know, worth the money. You know, I couldn't film myself eating it. It was just way too messy, if I had one criticism. There's no graceful way to eat that burger. But now we have the blue crab bisque. It's almost too beautiful to disturb. It's a warm, pleasant soup. It does kind of have like that seafood flavor, so you have to be okay with that. My parents, who have more crab bisque experience than I do, are telling me that it's just okay. Like they've had better. I would be interested in a better crab bisque. But it's fine. And now we're walking back over to the Beach Club Resort because I want dessert at Beaches and Cream, the legendary ice cream shop over there. All right, we had to-go window success. This is the fudge brownie shake, and it is, as you can see, quite Instagrammable. Comes in a souvenir glass. Dad has graciously agreed to share this with me. Okay. The brownie is what you expect, but I am a fan of mediocre brownies. So I'm perfectly happy with the brownie so far. I'm not even 100% sure what's in this bite. Mostly whipped cream. It's a rich, thick chocolate shake. You know, pretty much know what you're getting. It's probably not the best chocolate shake I've ever had, but it's not like disappointing, you know. And it'll be fun to fish the rest of that brownie out. All right, we're headed down to the small pool. Just stand low. Thanks. Well, that is a nice quiet pool. And it looks like there is a table under this little rotunda thing here. Well, that was a refreshing dip in the not-so-hot tub here at the Admiral Pool, which we've discovered is the name of this pool. And now we are headed back to the room to get changed, and then we'll make our way over to the boardwalk for the AbracadaBar. We haven't quite figured out exactly how we're going to get there. There may be the possibility of a boat. We'll have to see. Well, that was a lovely, quick trip across Crescent Lake to the boardwalk. And it just looks so nice at night. And it looks nice during the day too, but it looks all festive and old-timey. I mentioned I had heard mixed reviews earlier, and specifically I recall one that was, I can't remember where it was Google or Yelp or something, but they called it the least magical place in Disney World. So we'll see if that checks out. Hopefully not. Open sesame. Ooh. We have an endless mirror. So, interestingly, the menu is largely made up of kind of like standard cocktails. Perhaps a bit less creative than you would expect of a place styled like this. All right, our drinks are here. Mom got a Sazerac, classic New Orleans drink. Kind of a twist on an old-fashioned, but got kind of that licorice kick from the absinthe and the Peychaud's bitters. Dad got a black Manhattan. Okay, so it's kind of like a Manhattan, but instead of the vermouth, it has Amaro or Berna. I want to smell this one. I feel like it smells good. And then I got a paper plane, which is a modern classic cocktail. It's got bourbon, Aperol, lemon juice, and Amaro Nonino. And I was actually introduced to it by a Disney cast member bartender. I saw they had the ingredients here. Why not try another? This is a delicious cocktail. I think it tastes sort of like if you took a dreamsicle and dipped it in bourbon. It's a hard recipe to mess up, so it's a pretty reliable choice. We've determined there's like a weird kind of musty, raisiny note in Mom's Sazerac. Maybe oatmeal cookie, maybe that's gone off a bit. This is a very questionable Sazerac, I will say that. It is not like the one on the Wish, which was a good Sazerac. But the kind cast member did offer to give Mom a different drink. We're powering through this one, apparently. We've discovered there's a pizza window that's closing in 15 minutes, so we have to go next door and grab a late night pizza and take it back to the room. Wow. Oh my gosh, it actually smells good. Yeah. Ooh. So they sell it by the slice. This is basically an extremely expensive half cheese, half pepperoni pizza in 4 boxes. But hey, it's late night pizza. They let us bring our pizza inside AbracadaBar, so we're gonna enjoy it in here. This is a super slice. So it's like a quarter of a pizza. It's good. You know, it's nothing like groundbreaking, but this is a solid pizza. Very good for late night munchies. The pizza window, at least at the time of year and the day of the week that we're here, is open until midnight, so that's nice. It's almost like getting pizza on the cruise ship, except you have to pay for it.
Really paid for it.
Technically, you've already really paid for the pizza on the cruise ship anyway. So it balances out, maybe.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good. That was a fun interlude at AbracadaBar. I would say its main merits. I mean, obviously the theming is nice. You know, it's a fun theme, kind of like old school magicians. But the menu, I would say, is kind of like low effort relative to the decor. So other than the theming, its main merits are its location and the fact that it's open until midnight, which many Disney bars are not. I would say it does not get a glowing recommendation from me, but it's not bad. This is day 2, and today we are checking out one of the things that Yacht Club is most famous for, Stormalong Bay. This is an amazing pool complex shared by the Yacht Club Resort and the Beach Club Resort. We caught a glimpse of it a few months ago when we were here after our Fort Wilderness trip. We just resort hopped over just to take a look. And that was when I decided I would have to book a stay at Yacht Club. So here we are, and we finally get to check it out. Now, unbeknownst to my parents, I have rented us a cabana at Stormalong Bay. So we get to spend the day from the home base of one of the coveted Stormalong Bay cabanas. I am excited to experience that, and I'm excited to take you all along with me. Let's go. Before we head down to the pool deck, I do want to check out the marketplace. Maybe I want to check out the gift shop. I think it's like right next to the marketplace at Ale and Compass. I don't want food right now, but I just want to check out the Yacht Club Resort merchandise because we haven't had a chance to yet. Ooh. Oh. I kind of love this sweater. As expected, the merchandise in here is quite nautical. Sort of a preppy New England vibe. All right, well, I will definitely be taking that sweater home with me. However, today our priority is the pool. So that's where we're headed now. We're gonna go check into Stormalong Bay. It is hot today and it is incredibly humid. When I walked out on the balcony of our room this morning, the ground was just wet. But not a bad pool day. Can't complain. Yesterday it was actually a little stormy at Stormalong Bay, so happy to see some sunshine today.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Excuse me, I need to scan your margin one, please.
Oh, okay.
Pardon?
Room number?
Scan. Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you. Where do we check in for the cabana?
Oh, in Diana.
Well.
All right, so apparently to check in for the cabanas, we have to go over to the cabanas. But they pretty much control the access at Stormalong Bay just because it is like such an enticing pool. So we got our wristbands so that they know we're guests of either the Yacht or Beach Club Resort, and we have full access to the pool area. Ooh.
Everything that you see here, everything that's inside of the fridges are included in the price of the cabana. I will never say free.
So we have cabana number 2 today. Jay, our cabana attendant, explained everything to us. So we're located right here, kind of on the sandy beach portion of Stormalong Bay. We have these beautiful, comfy looking loungers here. And this is our cabana itself. Got a ceiling fan, chairs. It has these curtains that we can close, you know, like if the sun's shining in on one side. There's a TV here, and we've got some complimentary snacks and soft drinks, and some water in there as well. There's a charging station here, and lots of storage. Even a safe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we've got plenty of towels in here as well.
Phone towel.
Okay, yeah, more towels than we'll ever need. That's great. We also have a Bluetooth speaker here. That's good to know. Well, I think we might actually just start our day here before we venture out into Stormalong Bay itself. This is just so nice. We've got like the perfect surface here for playing cards. I think it's a great time to enjoy a nice cold beverage with a little caffeine in it. And the other really cool thing about the cabana is at 11, we'll have like our own dedicated server from Hurricane Hannah's. Now the food and drink that we order from Hurricane Hannah's, those are not included in the price of the cabana, but you know, it's like Jay said, it's like opening a AbracadaBar, so we'll still be able to like order things from there without having to get up and walk over there. It's all very fancy. But I'm looking forward to enjoying this. We have this reserved from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., so we can be here all day. We've rearranged the furniture a little bit so that we have this nice couch situation a little bit closer to the table, and we expanded the modular table to have 3 units, plenty of room for playing cards, maybe having some drinks later. All right, got fruit. Ooh. Wow, that's a pretty decent spread. We've got like most of a pineapple and strawberries, kiwi, orange slices, berries. It's so pretty. This is nice. Good breakfast. When we checked in, we got these wristbands that identify us as cabana guests. So we got the Bluetooth speaker working, and now I have the Disney Cruise Line Cove Cafe playlist playing from my phone on our little speaker here, except it just turned off since I turned my camera app on my phone, but you get it. You can play your music in the cabana, which is really nice. All right, we got some cool drinks. Mom and I got frosés. Dad got a Captain's Mai Tai, one of the classic Disney pool bar cocktails. And these are looking pretty good right now since it is quite hot. But we've been enjoying a lovely game of cards in our cabana, sheltered from the sun and the stronger gusts of wind. So this is really an ideal situation. Cheers. Cheers. That's delicious. Yeah, I love a good poolside frosé. It has started to rain a little bit, actually, and we can hear thunder. We have been told by Jay, our cabana attendant, that there's lightning within like about a 10-mile radius, but their threshold for closing the pool deck here is a 6-mile radius. So fingers crossed we'll be able to stay out here. If lightning does cross that radius, what we have to do is take anything that we are going to need with us back into the resort. We can leave stuff in the cabana if we want to, but for as long as the pool deck is closed, no one can come back out and get stuff. So all essentials go back with us inside. And then we have like 30-minute chunks of time where they're rechecking. So if we go 30 minutes without lightning within the designated radius, we can come back out. Hopefully we won't have to do that, but we'll see. The clouds are pretty black, and they have identified an electrical storm within 6 miles. So the pool deck is closed, and we're gonna pack up and head inside for at least a little bit here, at least 30 minutes. Wow. It is dark and stormy. Oh, man.
It's okay. It's empty. Empty.
All right, we have taken shelter inside the Yacht Club Resort, and we've taken our card game in here. We're all set up at this nice random table at like the landing at the top of the stairs that come right off the lobby. So we will wait out the storm here. Something I've never done before is the photo prop activity around the Disney Resort hotels. It's different characters usually. There will be a character that's hidden in various locations around the resort, and if you take your picture with them, or if you take your picture with it, you can go to the front desk and get a button. So I just took my picture with the Max prop on the staircase here, and I got the button. And it looks like there are 4 other locations that we can find Max around the resort, and we'll get stickers on the button if we find all of those. I'm very tempted. I was looking around for the Max photo prop, and I came in the market at Ale and Compass, and I found out they have like the fancy movie theater style Coke machines for the refillable resort mugs. So I may put some fancy soda in this. When we had to come inside, Jay actually gave us a number where we could reach her to text. So I've asked her about, is the pool deck opening up now? And she said it'll be about 15 minutes. So that's a nice perk that comes with the cabana. If you are forced inside, you have a line of communication to get updates. So we should be able to return to our cabana very soon. And then I think it might be time to get some actual food from Hurricane Hannah's. All right, lunch has been brought to us, and it smells delicious. I have the grilled chicken sandwich with avocado spread and Swiss cheese on a pretzel bun. Dad got the same thing, and then Mom has the seafood roll. All right. That tastes really good. It tastes mostly kind of as expected, which is fine. There's a nice additional saltiness from the pretzel roll that I am enjoying. So yeah, solid chicken sandwich. These are really good classic Disney fries too. The nice skinny kind. Nice and salty too. Mom is reporting that this seafood roll, which by the way comes on those Parker House rolls, doesn't taste fishy at all. It tastes very fresh. So who knew that the pool bar food would outdo that aspect of Ale and Compass.
Scallops, shrimp.
I didn't really mention this earlier during the tour, but there's a second fridge here that comes empty. So we've stored our fruit plate and the remains of Mom's sandwich in here, along with our condiments. So if you want to bring your own food and drink here into the cabana and keep it cool, you can. And just like that, the sun is out in full force again. Very big difference from a couple hours ago. And we have just been brought some dessert treats by Jay, our cabana attendant. They look very sweet.
Look at them.
There we go. Wow. Like little mini cupcakes, little mini chocolate pies, maybe, chocolate tarts, sort of. That in the top right looks maybe cinnamon, and then like some maybe shortbread cookies here with chocolate icing. Wow. Well, I think some of this will be coming back to the room with us. I don't mind trying some chocolate right now, though. It's so cute. Texturally, at first I thought it might be a cheesecake. Oops. But it's not a cheesecake. I don't know. It's not bad. It's not too sweet. It's nice and cold. Is it okay? Good.
It's not too sweet.
All right. Well, we have finished our most recent game of tens, and it's like the hottest part of the afternoon now. So I think we're gonna finally check out Stormalong Bay proper. And I will obviously not be able to take my little microphone with me. So I think it's montage time. That was a lovely, lovely pool day here at Stormalong Bay. Honestly, I really think the cabana was worth it. I don't remember how much it cost exactly. The pricing is somewhat seasonal, but if I recall correctly, it was around $300 for the day. But it was just incredibly, oh, thank you. It was incredibly valuable to us to have, you know, a dedicated space with shade and some shelter from the wind. It was just a fabulous home base, like to keep our stuff there, to enjoy food and drink, including some complimentary food and drink. And the service was great. We were well taken care of over there. So I really highly recommend that if you can, you know, maybe as a splurge, if you find yourself staying here at the Yacht or Beach Club. I feel like, you know, you can rent cabanas at other resorts on property, but, you know, here at Stormalong Bay, I feel like you get the most bang for your buck. And now we're headed back to the room to freshen up a bit before our dinner at the Yachtsman Steakhouse tonight. All right, I've got my nautical sweater and my formal ears, and we're gonna head down to the Yachtsman Steakhouse. But, you know, it is a signature dining experience, and it's probably still going to be loud in there because it is also still a Disney restaurant. So this will be a voiceover situation, and all right, I will cut to that. Now, I'm going to keep this review short because even though this was shot a year ago, I still very much remember what our impression of the Yachtsman Steakhouse was. It is a signature dining restaurant, which means it's supposed to be more of an elevated experience, and it's more expensive than many of your other Disney restaurants. There's a dress code. The interior was nice-ish. Like much of the resort, it was old-fashioned, cozy, nautical. And then the menu is very much as you might expect, basically kind of a classic steakhouse menu with some seafood offerings as well. And I'm not going to get into everything that we had because frankly, our takeaway was that things were just okay. The lobster bisque was just okay. Dad's steak was good, but nothing to write home about. And this was the worst truffle mac and cheese I've ever had. It was neither cheesy nor truffly, and it cost almost $15. The quality just did not match the price point for us, which was pretty starkly disappointing after the lovely day we had just had at our Stormalong Bay cabana. And honestly, I have yet to find a Disney signature dining restaurant that actually doesn't feel like a disappointment. But hey, at least Mom's lamb shank looked pretty. After dinner, we popped over next door to the Cruise Cup Lounge. This is a lounge themed after rowing. And we found that the wine list here, although not extensive, was pretty decent. So I got myself a lovely glass of Cabernet Sauvignon, and that was how I washed away my disappointment from dinner. We made it back to the room after a pleasant evening, even if the Yachtsman Steakhouse was a bit of a mixed bag. I think overall we've had a really excellent 2 days here at Disney's Yacht Club Resort. Yesterday I felt like we got a really good kind of smattering, a little taste of the resort, and then today, of course, getting to experience Stormalong Bay in all its glory, especially with the cabana. That was, of course, a highlight. Tomorrow we will take advantage of this prime location on Crescent Lake, and we'll start the day with a short walk to Epcot. This morning, this is our day 3, and we are on this walkway to Epcot. We're going to be doing some park hopping today. Gonna check out the Flower and Garden Festival before it's gone. And it's a bit of a blustery day. We've got some ominous clouds. But you know what? It'll be fine. We will make do, whatever happens. We'll have a great time. We finally made it back to our hotel room after what I think was a really great park day. And you know, we didn't like get up at the crack of dawn. We had a leisurely entry into Epcot. Got to enjoy some things there that I've never experienced. I feel like we fit a good number of rides into the day. A lot of good food and drink. And the weather actually wasn't bad. Ironically, once it got dark, it was like the hottest part of the day. It was just so humid. But we had minimal rain today, so can't complain. And really, the heat was tolerable for most of the day. And with that, we are going to unwind, enjoy our last night here at the Yacht Club. But I do have one more little snippet, one more taste of the Yacht Club Resort in the morning before we end this particular mouse call. So I will see you in the morning. Good morning. It is the morning of our checkout day here at Disney's Yacht Club Resort. We're all packed up and loaded into the car, but we're not quite done enjoying the resort yet. We are headed to breakfast at the Ale and Compass restaurant. And we've wanted to eat breakfast there for a long time. Even before I had the idea of staying at the Yacht Club Resort, breakfast at Ale and Compass was on my list. I've heard good things. And they have crab cakes Benedict on the menu, so anytime I see that, I gotta try it. We'll see how it stacks up against Steakhouse 71 at the Contemporary or Olivia's at Old Key West. And then we will say goodbye to the Yacht Club for now, at least. Look at Mom's Yacht Club outfit. The ears are so good. Well, we were seated in the same little alcove that we were last time we were here for lunch a few months ago. But Mom and Dad have gotten up to peruse the breakfast buffet. Looking at the menu, the buffet looks like a pretty good value. Like if you're planning on getting an entree and a drink, the buffet includes both of those plus the stuff on the buffet. And so you're probably going to get more value out of just going with the buffet, which was $25. I already have my resort refillable mug, so I didn't go with the buffet, but I did order the crab cakes Benedict, and I ordered a mimosa with freshly squeezed orange juice, so I'm excited about that. Wow, it's a good mimosa. And here are my little crabby cakes with some oniony looking breakfast potatoes. Alright, I'm gonna try the breakfast potatoes first. Got a little hot sauce on them, and then we were also brought our own ketchups. Good, normal breakfast potatoes. And then now to dig into these. Nice runny yolk here. We got some arugula, and it looks like these are on English muffins. The ones at Olivia's were on biscuits. Yep, that's pretty good. Well executed. Nothing really all that different. I mean, you get crab cakes Benedict. It is what it is. I feel like there's not a ton of variation. I will say, I can't help but think about how this was $19. Yeah, I think it was $19. And this is like the same quality crab cake and the same sort of flavor profile as that silver dollar sized crab cake I had at Yachtsman Steakhouse, which cost $25. So, This is definitely the preferable crab cake situation there. Well, that was a good hearty breakfast at Ale and Compass Restaurant. I think that's a good choice, especially like if you want to come here maybe like before an Epcot day, get that breakfast buffet and fuel up. Either that or just, eat mostly in Epcot. But, if you're wanting breakfast before like an Epcot or a Hollywood Studios day, I think that this would be a really good place to come, even if you're not staying at the resort. But now that is over, this is the end of our mouse call at Disney's Yacht Club Resort. I think this was a really great stay. Even though it was short, we got to experience, I think, a lot of the resort, and we got to take great advantage of this wonderful location. I would stay here again. I think if you are like an Epcot Hollywood Studios person, like that's your jam, this is one of your best choices. Being on Crescent Lake is just awesome. It's beautiful, but it's also super convenient. And the other part, of course, is Stormalong Bay. I mean, if you are a pool day person, if you like to take a day on your Disney World vacation and just hang out by the pool, enjoy like a leisurely resort day, there's got to be no better place to do it on property than Stormalong Bay. Especially if you can swing one of those cabanas. But anyway, thank you all for watching. This was a fun trip and I hope you had fun watching it. I do believe the next mouse call is going to be a cruise aboard the Disney Treasure. Until then, I have been Doc. You can follow me on Instagram here. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And, I do call myself Doc, but nothing presented on this channel should be taken as medical advice, except for this. Wear sunscreen, drink water, don't forget to breathe. Until next time, bye-bye. Oh man, I look sweaty.